to you by 3TV. I'm Ashley Goebel from the Arizona Humane Society. Thanks so much for joining us today. We've got some awesome animals in the studio, including Henry. Now, this terrier is loaded with energy, and he loves other dogs, which makes him a great candidate for doggy daycare. They're becoming increasingly popular, and today we'll give you some tips on finding the right one. Plus, earlier this week, a dog named Zeus was reunited with his owner, who served in the military. Hear about the special reunion and our Project Active Duty program. And then Angel benefited from our foster program, which provides temporary care for pets who aren't quite ready for adoption when they arrive at our shelter. We'll tell you more about this little kitty and how you can become a foster hero to help pets just like her. But first, I want you to meet my little co-host, Winnie, a young 10-week-old Chihuahua who is a stray. She had a bad skin infection that healed up nicely, and now she's ready for a new home, and she's ready to occupy your lap. Chihuahuas are rated one of the top 5 snugglers, and this little lady will curl up beside you. She's only 3 pounds, so you'll never want to put her down, and before you know it, you'll be asking for a table for 2 and carrying her out for dinner dates. Now let's meet some more adoptable pets. This here is Shaggy. Dog is Jimmy Steve, and he is such a sweet little boy. If you adopt him, you better get used to dieting because you'll have to share whatever you eat with him. Typical tendency from a former stray. In Perry, this dog was found lying in the road after he'd been hit by a car.
Same old story with the strays. They end up being hit by a car, but like you said, they're always very hungry wherever they came from because they haven't been fed in days, so they are kind of eager to get that food, and you just have to be careful what kind of a feeding schedule you put them on. This little guy here, I worked with him last week. He was so nervous. Curled up in a little ball in his kennel, and he's still nervous, but he's come a long way in 1 week's time, so I have a feeling within a short period of time he's going to return to him old self and be a very good little boy. You know, he was taken to our Second Chance Animal Trauma Center, and you know, last week alone we treated 178 animals in that hospital. I'm going to repeat that again. 178 animals in 1 week's time in our Animal Trauma Center, and we have a very dedicated team. We take in all the strays and all the injured, and we treat them to make their home, make a home for them, just like little Jimmy Steve here. So come on and check him out. I think he's going to come out of his shell, and he's going to be a great little guy.
Such a scruffy little pup. Thanks, Perry. It had been 5 days, and the family's cat had been stuck on the roof, hadn't been home for dinner, and was stranded there for 5 days up on that roof. The Arizona Humane Society's animal rescuers climbed a 30-foot ladder to the 2nd story with tools and equipment in tow, and they saved the stranded feline and then returned her to her owners, which is great news. Now, this cute kitty here only has 3 legs, and owning a 3-legged cat may sound like something too sad or difficult to deal with, but Bree, let's be honest, pets are much more resilient than humans, and Sunny here gets along just fine.
Sunny is just your typical kitten, except that he definitely has 3 legs, but he gets along just fine. He's great with kids, great with other dogs and cats with a proper introduction, and as you can see, he wants to be on the move here in the studio. But what a little sweetheart. He loves to play hunt, so if you toss some kibbles down on the ground and let him hunt for it, he loves that. But you can see he's very able-bodied for these 3 little cute legs and this cute little ear. Can you see his cute little ear? Yeah. He's adorable. Give him a chance, and consider giving another animal with maybe 3 legs or something special needs a chance as well, because look at him.
He sure is handsome. Thanks, Bree. Rudy is another handsome dog, a Labrador, and as you may know, Labs love food. All you need is a little bit of hot dog, and Lisa, you have Rudy's absolute full attention.
Yeah, you just saw a little demo there. I've got a handful of hot dogs, and Rudy certainly knows it. That is the way to his heart. He is crazy, and he is wonderful with the tricks. Okay, Rudy, sit. Rudy, sit. Come on, come on.
That was like a wave.
Come here, sit. Okay, all right. Okay. Rudy, sit. Down. He's one of those that just plops right down. It's absolutely adorable. He knows roll over. Roll over, Rudy. Come on, roll over. Roll over. Come on, Rudy. Roll over. There you go. Good boy. And his best trick yet, give me kiss, Rudy. Oh, good boy. Goodness. So he is active, and he is going to do anything for treats. Like I said, that's the way into his heart. So take him for a brisk walk, show off his tricks, and then you'll find him relaxing, I'm sure, on the kitchen floor.
Last month, a stray shepherd mix roamed the streets searching for a drink of water when she leaned over the steep edge of the canal. Seconds later, she was swept away by a strong undercurrent. She spent hours swimming for her life, and a police officer saw her struggling to stay afloat and called our animal rescuers to help. The dog, now known as Ginger, was fostered by the police officer, and last week the family officially adopted her. They just love her to pieces. Now, with over 180 certified dog breeds, finding the right dog to fit your lifestyle can be difficult. So every week we feature a particular breed, and today we're featuring the itty-bitty Chihuahua, Perry.
Right, Ashley. Named the Chihuahua because of the state in Mexico where they are thought to have come from, the state of Chihuahua. And I said thought of because it's not quite sure. Their history is a little bit unknown. They are most likely the descendants of a dog called the Tetechichi, which is a very ancient breed, and that breed may possibly date back BC, but let's at least put their age at 1,000 years old. And you see some various versions of the Chihuahua. They basically come in two variations, the long-haired, which you see in the lower corner there, and then the short-haired Chihuahua. And within those two breeds, and there's two other variations, one called the applehead and one called the deerhead. Now, these are the purebred versions I'm talking about because there are all kinds of variations out there. Little Wilson right here is the applehead kind. You can see the big bulbous forehead he has, very cute. And this breed, very, very popular these days, thanks to the pop culture thing. If you go back to the Taco Bell commercials, the Reese Witherspoon movie Legally Blonde, and then, of course, the Beverly Hills Chihuahua movies, there's just been an explosion in popularity in these guys. And, you know, a lot of people say, oh, I don't like Chihuahuas. I don't like these little small guys. Come down and meet some of the Chihuahuas at our shelter, and you will change your mind. Who wouldn't love this little guy right here, Wilson? I believe he's Winnie's little brother, right, Ashley?
Yes.
Is that true? So he's got a little littermate here. He is a doll. He's 3 pounds of love. He is a very, very cute puppy, very, like you said, top 5 in snugglers. This guy's probably #1 in snugglers. He is absolutely adorable. Great little puppy. Consider some training classes for him. Consider lots of socialization, and you will have yourself one spectacular Chihuahua.
Well, too much time spent in a kennel has taken a toll on these two sisters here. They're Dalmatian mixes, but when they go for walks with volunteers, that helps ease their pain of loneliness. Lisa, these dogs are very playful, spirited, and they've got a lot of spots.
They certainly do. Between the two of them, they have their fair share of speckles. They are sisters, Miley and Mira, and they have been with us since the middle of August, and they are depressed. Their owners lost their home, so brought them to us so that these beautiful girls could find another home. They've lived with children galore. They like children, but they are a lot of dog, both of them active and young, and so they enjoy playing with each other, playing with toys. But come down and meet them, because I can only assure you these two will be cuddling in their kennel, playing with each other until they find a family with lots of activity and someone that can play with them in the outdoors.
All right, they provide companionship, inspire confidence, and live to serve and assist. When we come back, meet Angel, who recently became a therapy dog, and hear her plans to bring happiness to people in need.